But
you can say that again.
I know. Oh my God. Welcome to Let's Get Fired podcast, everybody. I'm Quinn Johnson.
And I'm Drew Simon.
Oh man, we're doing it live from the hallway behind the social
Again,
because it was fun.
Yeah, we like this. This is the new
This is it.
spot
This
for
is
the
our
show.
This is our Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, this is where we are. Do you know Legion of Skanks?
I don't.
Oh, you should watch.
Okay.
Podcast.
It's a comedy podcast.
It's a comedy podcast.
Like Big J
Yeah.
Okerson, Louis J. Gomez.
Is it like a Kill Tony? Is it like an Austin comedy scene?
No, it's
vibe
New
of
York.
podcast?
No, it's New York.
Okay,
And it's been
that sounds
around.
fun.
And it's been around forever.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
been
just-
around for like 10 years.
I just haven't been knowing, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. I mean, have you heard of Skankfest? The festival?
Yes, I do know
it's
about
their
that.
festival.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That
Yeah.
We
okay,
should
cool.
spend the whole podcast just talking about Legion of Skanks, telling Brooke about like.
I know,
Yeah. No, we
that's
should we should talk about our favorite podcast.
No,
this whole time.
You know what, Quinn?
Yeah.
No, we
You know
need
what, Quinn? We're only 2 minutes in.
Yeah. And we need to introduce our guest.
Yeah.
It's Brooke Tennison, everyone.
What's up?
We love that you're here. I'm so happy you're here because we're like almost wearing the same jeans.
We are, yeah. We both
Very
really try to have Gen
I
Z
know.
jeans.
I
like that.
I know. Drew's,
My-
I don't even know.
Drew's jeans taper at the ankle.
So I got assaulted by a homeless guy in Seattle a few weeks ago.
oh no.
And true story, this guy, like schizophrenic or something, just screaming. And I'm walking with my boss. It's like 10 o'clock at night in downtown Seattle. This was like 2 weeks ago. And this guy yells, he's like, "You better watch your fucking mouth." And
Wait,
was
can I
like,
ask a question real quick? Who is bigger between you and your boss?
My boss.
Okay, so it was on him to protect you.
Yeah, he should have protected me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
But,
keep going.
Yeah, because Drew's with these pants, Drew can't protect himself.
Well, let me. The pants come into play here.
Okay.
So I am wearing these pants. The guy's losing his shit on us, and my experience with homeless people is like you just ignore them. So like we kind of turn away, like we'll pretend he's not here. This guy's crazy, and then he yells, "I'm gonna fucking eviscerate you,"
Whoa.
and then we
Good word.
yeah eviscerate. He was a black guy. He called me the N-word multiple times, which is terrifying. When it's
Oh,
being
like it wasn't in a way you
Yeah.
liked.
well,
So
it's
you-
being screamed at me.
Yeah.
So then you're like,
like,
we're like, I finally get it. I finally get
I was
it.
like, wait, you can't yell this
Wait.
at people?
Wait.
Maybe this is how they feel?
Maybe this isn't a fun word. Yeah.
We're just waiting and our light switches for the crosswalk. So then we're moving, getting away from this guy. And I just feel something hit me in the back. And he had like, it was like either a milkshake or like a cup full of like cookie dough ice cream.
Okay.
And it just hit me in the back, went all down my body, all down my pants. And this was the only pair of pants I packed on this trip because it was like a day or two.
Oh.
And so I took these back to the hotel
Yeah.
and I shrunk them. And so they're like they're way skinnier on me than they were a few weeks ago.
Wait,
Hell
that's
yeah.
so sad when that happens.
Dude.
And I need to buy, like, these are my go-to pants right now. I need to buy another pair of pants.
No, keep these tight ass little pants right here, because I get to see everything that's going on in these
They
pockets.
keep saying that skinny jeans are gonna come back, so like hold on to them.
Yeah, I mean, at some point they'll come back. You know,
they're not for a minute.
I mean, I don't think Drew will be the one who knows when they come back
I
in fashion.
don't.
But what if he's the one who inspires them?
No,
coming
it'll be
back?
he'll be like Willy Wan, or like Willy Wan.
bringing back pirate core.
No, how Willy Wan accidentally found himself on the progressive side of the war in Gaza
Right.
through just
Right.
through his hate of the Jews, and like he just ironically he's like
Yeah.
but no, but that's amazing. What did you do to the guy, the homeless guy? What did
We
you
just
do to
kept
him?
walking.
No, like how did you antagonize him?
Nothing. We were just
It's
walking.
probably the jeans. What were you wearing?
Yeah, sounds
These
like you're asking
jeans.
for it.
Yeah,
I
you were
was
asking for it.
I was asking for
There's
it.
so many things you experience in that moment. You realize that, like, the phrase "what were you wearing?" Like, you finally understood. Wait, no, guys, but what does that have to do with it? All these things came together for you.
Yeah,
Well, and
sounds
I'll
like
You
say
can
this,
walk through
my-
here.
please.
Walk through,
I walked shame on.
please. Yeah, you gotta walk. Yeah, gotta walk through a.
40-minute drive to cry in the car.
Hell yeah, dude! Listen to this podcast.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see you, dude. Subscribe to the Patreon. That's very exciting. Well, I just want to tell Brooke more about Legion of Skanks. Like, there's a guy who's Puerto Rican who wrote a poem.
Wait, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all it took for you to get into the podcast.
Yeah.
As a Puerto Rican guy.
Well, the poem is what really sold
The poem
it.
is the poem is very good.
They have a controversial teddy bear that appears every couple of years.
Controversial.
Yeah,
Does it have genitals or something?
No.
Way to set it up.
Yeah, that's
Why is it controversial, Drew?
it sings like a very racist song,
Okay.
but it's
There
a
we
teddy
go.
bear.
Well,
so
what's the
it's
teddy bear?
cute.
Well, what's the teddy bear's race?
Teddy?
Yeah, it's a bear.
Well, like a brown bear or a black bear?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why does that have to, what does that have to do with it?
A lot.
Why do you care about the
a
race?
lot, Quinn.
That's exciting. No, but it's a fun podcast. But
Very fun podcast.
But Brooke,
I like this one though. This one's a great one.
this one's even better.
yeah,
Because this one's at the social.
Can we say this is the #1 comedy podcast in
Live
Utah?
comedy podcast in
Yeah,
Utah.
#1 live comedy podcast in Utah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is it
Hundo P.
right here.
Yeah. Brooke. Where are you from again?
I was born in the Bay Area
Oh
and
my
then grew up in
God.
Orange County and then moved to Utah as a tween. And I've been here.
As a tween. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was
Hell yeah.
like, I
12.
would, when I first met you, I never would have thought you grew up in California.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
Isn't that sad?
Do I seem very much from Utah?
A little
especially
bit.
more when I first met you, not at quite as much now. But like, when you walk through the social, you don't look out of place.
Okay. Okay.
But you look like you could go to BYU.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, I did go to BYU
See,
Hawaii.
there you
You
go.
went to
But
BYU Hawaii?
I did, yeah.
there you go.
There we go.
Both my sisters went there for
Yeah.
a semester.
Do they also have a lot of white guilt? Because I do.
I don't know if they know what that is.
Oh,
I think they were just the main thing they would talk about is how expensive everything was out there.
things were expensive.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
But yeah, did you ever watch the film The Descendants?
The Descendants?
Yeah, it's with George Clooney. You should
No.
watch it. It's
Okay.
about like this like white dude living in Hawaii and about the land that was taken and
Ooh.
all that stuff that you'll love. Being a BYU
yes,
Hawaii
I love tales
alum.
of modern colonialism. It's
Yeah.
one of
And then they also talk about the lasers from space that lit the fire in Maui.
I low key believe that.
Have you
I
seen
like
the
this.
clips? Have you seen the clips?
I have
Yeah.
some wild clips.
Yeah, have you seen the clips of a laser beam?
Yeah, do you see the blue rooftops?
That Oprah Winfrey
Yeah.
had a laser gun that shot down from the heavens. She had a hammer of dawn. If you've played Gears of War,
See, that's the one conspiracy that's like united like people across all political spectrums. That
Yeah.
they're like Oprah probably did have like a space laser.
you can't. It's like Pandora's space laser. You don't. Yeah, but not Pandora's Schrodinger's space laser. Like you don't know. We don't know if
Yeah.
she does or doesn't.
Well,
but
then it also can be like Chekhov's space laser one, where like now that we've talked about it, it
has to
has to
happen.
be it has to
Has to
happen
happen
by
again.
the end of this podcast. Shit.
at the end of this podcast, Oz's house will be hit and lit on fire. Yeah, but it's very exciting. It'll be sad though because then this Plex server will die. But
Yeah.
so Brooke, that's very cool. You went to BYU Hawaii.
BYU
You know,
Hawaii.
did you go on a mission?
Nope.
You didn't go on
No.
a mission.
I did not go on a mission.
But when did you leave the church?
When I was like 18, 19. So like my freshman year is when I started kind of like feeling like, oh, maybe I think girls are attractive. And also maybe what's even going on with this? I don't like it. So,
Yeah,
and yeah.
it's crazy. You're in Hawaii, you're like, it's like beautiful out there. And that's when you're like, I don't know. Is this real?
Well, because you know what I got to see a lot of was
What?
women on the beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
And so I was taking in the beautiful nature and I was like, wow, I love everything I'm seeing.
Wow.
And
Yeah. It is actually crazy how like that is kind of when I snapped on my mission. Is I went like 4 months without masturbating. And then when I finally did, I feel like something just broke in my head where I was like, because right around then is when I was like sitting in church and like a Scottish guy was bearing his testimony about the film The Notebook. And then like in that moment I was like, oh, I don't think I believe in God. I don't know if this church is true.
yeah,
But-
no, that's fair.
It all comes
Yeah.
back to sex and to come. Right, Drew?
I don't know. You guys are going to hell. And
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't know, you're going to hell
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
this outfit you're wearing.
Dude.
But actually, for Drew's standards, this is actually a better outfit.
Yeah, I've had some
Yeah, at
pretty
least it's all
bad.
black, which is
No,
at
it all
least,
like
you
it
know,
doesn't.
like
It
it's
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you look like you would work at an Ace Hardware, no problem. But
Well,
it's very fun.
yeah.
So So you came when you came back from BYU Hawaii. Like, is that when you were like, okay, I'm out of here, I'm done? Or
So, for a while, I dropped out of BYU Hawaii and I was just living there for a while because
You were just living in Hawaii?
yeah, because I was still just living in student housing, like in the same place I was living when I was going to school. But then I just stopped going to school, and so I only did this for like 6 months. But I just had like fun jobs and did whatever, and that was when I got like. It's actually not, I can't say that I got debaucherous because everything I actually did was like so vanilla and like not cool compared to like.
I know, but it just seems like it at the time though.
Yeah, at the time I was
seems-
like, I was like the
Because
wildest child. Yeah.
it's the kind of the part that sucks about like when you tell people about when you like are leaving the church when you did something bad and they didn't grow up Mormon, because when you say it out loud, it sounds so milk toast,
Yeah,
like
just-
vanilla, like
When I was in Rexburg, my roommates, we went to go see American Sniper.
Oh shit.
whoa.
Yeah. We're like,
God made you see
Guys.
that. Yeah, I gotta see this. Yeah. And then, I mean, you definitely look like the dude walking out.
Oh,
of there,
yeah.
trying to fight back a tear.
tears.
Like,
Dude, I had a roommate who was like not trying to fight back the tears, like came out like hysterically crying.
Aw.
you know how many people he killed?
I actually haven't seen that movie.
Over 100 confirmed kills.
It's
Isn't it kind of like a Christian movie?
no, it's like Dick Cheney propaganda
Well, what's
about the war in Iraq.
and also because like the guy Chris Kyle, the sniper, like he'd said some pretty insane stuff about like
Oh, they
the
showed it in the movie.
Iraqis. Yeah,
They showed it in the movie.
Yeah,
He was
and-
like, they're fucking animals, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
and then, but what was very funny is at the end, like barely even brush on PTSD. There's like one scene where he's like, oh, and then that's kind of it. It's like they really just show him killing people and all that.
Yeah.
And then,
just, like, being
and
real
at the
cool.
end, they're like, and then he got sad about it, kind of. And then that's kind of how it ends.
And well, then he
Wow,
got
because
killed.
even killing
Yeah, then he
animals
got
is
killed.
bad.
No,
A
but no.
soldier with PTSD shot him at a gun range.
yeah, and they really gloss over how intense
Whoa.
PTSD is. They're like, yeah, and this guy just killed him that had PTSD.
Wait, is that because this is based on a true story?
It was
right?
a real,
Is that
yeah, it was
actually
real.
how that
That
guy
actually
died?
happened.
Yeah, he's the sniper with like the most confirmed kills in American
And he
like
got shot
military
by
history.
he got shot by another vet at a gun range
In
Yeah,
Texas.
in Texas,
and died.
Yeah,
and died
yeah, because people freak. Yeah, yeah.
because
Sorry. I don't
the
mean to
vet had
laugh.
PTSD.
Sorry to that man's
I,
family.
I find it offensive that you cried, but
Oh yeah,
'cause-
Drew's so up in arms right now.
Chris Kyle, American hero.
he has a. If we were in the podcast studio, there's a huge painting
of
Chris Kyle.
Yeah, American
In-
Sniper.
Yeah,
Wow.
Chris
Yeah.
Kyle, and you can see down the scope, and there's like a little kid's head exploding at the like over there.
Yeah, but he had a bomb vest on. What?
Because like you know, I mean, like, how do we know he wasn't padding his stats?
The opening scene, he's like zooming in on a child with a bomb vest.
He's like, wait.
He's like, oh, what do I do?
Ugh.
And he's like, of course I have to kill him.
I mean,
Yeah. So
if it was
anyways,
just like a bomb sock, maybe you could have
it's
let that
it's
fly. But
directed
like
by
a full
Clint
vest.
Eastwood.
Okay.
Yeah, Clint
That's
Eastwood's
pretty cool.
gotten very like. I love when like actors they get like really like right wing later on in their career, and then they feel like because they've been like in a war movie, they're like, yeah, I'm a veteran.
Dude.
There's like a couple of these guys who are like I watched, it was like Sylvester Stallone was like talking about like how he misses like he's like real men, all these like sissy guys walking around now. I miss like real men. I'm like, you're an actor.
Yeah. Well, hey, but
You're-
first he did porn, so
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood?
no,
No.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, so
It's so that's why Mrs. Yeah,
I thought we were talking about Clint Eastwood. I was like, holy shit.
sounds like Sylvester Stallone's doing Mad Dog's bit. I'm missing real men, but that's cool. So yeah, you just kind of hung out at BYU Hawaii for a minute.
Yep. Yeah. And then I kind of decided that if I kept hanging out, I would never go back to school. So I moved back to Utah to go to UVU and I graduated from there.
Guess what? That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I went.
Yeah. It's a great place.
Love UVU.
I did.
You
Yeah.
wait,
Wolverines.
you're Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
I bleed green.
I don't know if there's been anyone else who went to UVU. Just me,
And
and I dropped out of UVU.
also, I don't think I've met anyone who's graduated from UVU.
Yeah.
I always hear like I went to UVU for like a semester.
I finished the job.
You did it.
I did, yeah.
I'd be proud of you.
finished.
Did you live down here when you were going there?
Yeah, I lived really close to here. I lived for a minute. I lived at Wolverine Crossing because I had like a housing scholarship.
Mm.
And then I lived in just like a shitty place in Provo with my friends. And that was so fun.
Look at you go. Oh, it's very, because you just moved up to Salt Lake recently, right?
Yeah, in October.
Fun stuff. Yeah. So I'm not kidding. I thought like you just more recently left the church. How old are you?
25.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was like a new thing. That you
Probably
like,
because I just
left
can't
the
shut the
church.
fuck up about it. But
No. Just because, you know, your
No.
attitude. And I know somebody like it, like, I just don't like, you remind me of some girls I know growing up in Provo.
yeah,
You know, also my sister is the same name as you.
I know.
So-
You project a lot onto me, I think.
No, not
No,
in
but
that
it's
way.
all good things.
I mean,
yeah?
if it's accurate.
Oz. No, you're not coming on the podcast. I'm just kidding. We'll call you in a second. Don't worry. We gotta finish off Brooke.
She's a star.
She is a star.
She is.
She
That's
is a
right.
star. She's got a fun outfit on today.
That's right. Yeah, I've got a sweater on with stripes.
Very exciting. You're Jimmy Glasscock. But that's very cool. So yeah. What was the first job you ever had?
Cold Stone Creamery.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a great job.
Orem,
American Fork.
American Fork.
AF baby.
That's right.
Did you go to high school in AF?
I did. I went
Caveman?
to American Fork High School. AF Caveman.
You're
Yep.
a caveman.
I sure am.
That's
You want to know what, too? I have from that job, I don't know if the mic would pick it up, but I have a permanent click in my wrist from scooping ice cream.
oh my god, you
geez,
should file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Workers'
Wait.
comp.
Oh, wait.
Rico
Tammy,
case.
I'm coming.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Who's
coming for
Tammy?
Tammy.
Who's Tammy?
Tammy was my boss.
Uh-oh.
She
Okay.
owns the Cold Stone.
She owns
Oh
it.
shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the franchise.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
She
Okay.
come and yell at you about that's not how you whip up an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
No,
Let me
but
show you how
That's
to do
a
it.
like it, not a love it.
I
Yeah.
was actually told that because we
That's
could
funny.
earn.
I like
Drew,
I
okay,
will
real
I'll
quick-
turn to Quinn
real
for
quick-
validation
no,
when I think I say something funny.
Drew will do this thing. He'll say something and this will
I turn to him.
No, he'll go like him.
And you know what? 90% of the time, he's not laughing.
You look at
I was like, that was good, right?
Yeah. Check that out.
That's pretty cool. I love being sheepish is one of like the cutest things a person can do, I think. Well, except when it's like annoying, but
Okay.
I don't
What do you mean by what do you mean it's sheepish? What do you like to see? Act it out.
I don't like when someone's sheepish when they're just like, oh.
Oh, like you mean
But when-
insecure?
No, but only when it's genuine.
when they're like, oh man,
No,
your,
but-
your pussy's so wet, and you're like, oh, really?
Okay, no, well, here's the thing. Sheepish is specifically when you're like accepting the compliment and acknowledging like, yeah, this thing is true.
Oh, I do it all
Like,
the time, anytime, because I cannot.
But it's when you're being like sweet about it, you know?
I like can't like accept. Like I have a hard time accepting compliments, especially anything with stand up. Someone's like, "Oh, it's funny." You're like, "Yeah. Oh, yes. It's great. Yeah, sure." Anyways, I just like I can't be. I also feel psycho if you just sat there and you're like, "Yeah, it was."
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no. My
That-
kind of go to is just to be like, yeah, I had fun. Like that's
You go.
the important
Actually,
thing.
this is what I like to do. I go, oh, that. Oh yeah, I wasn't even trying. Yeah, that was
I
yeah,
didn't-
that was crazy, right? Yeah,
I was just riffing.
I know. Like, you
Just a
think that's good? Oh,
You
man.
should see my real stuff.
You should come to Boomerangs. No.
Okay.
And then Drew, how do you accept a compliment? Hey, Drew, that was so funny. Oh my God, that was a great set.
Thanks.
Drew, those pants are the exact right amount of tight.
It was it spray paint?
Yeah, dude, I was last night I went to my wife's like graduation party like for her specific
For her
college.
cohort. Yeah.
Yeah, for her cohort. And there was someone there who's like seen me at like Wise Guys and stuff and was like, "Hey, are you a comedian?" I was like, "Yeah." And like, "I've seen you. You're really funny." And then I was like, "Cool." And then just like left. and then for like an hour I kept thinking, I was like, "Oh, I was such an asshole the way I like responded. Like I should have like said I should have been more sincere and be like, "Oh, I really appreciate that." But like in the moment I just don't have it in me.
I'm
to,
not
like-
surprised at all by this. When we did sets at Wise Guys to promote the live show we did at Wise Guys.
Oh, that's right.
Drew did his set. Then at the end, he was like, "We have a show at the Rickles Room. It's gonna suck."
I can't I can't be like, oh, something. I can't be like, this is gonna be awesome. Like, I feel like such an asshole.
But you could say,
if I'm telling people this is gonna be awesome. This show I'm doing is so good. You guys should come and see it.
You could say that. You could say that maybe it won't suck. You don't have to say it's gonna be amazing. You don't have to say like, don't. And then because the audience was like, what?
Quinn did save it. He
did.
Well,
as soon as you said what you said, I knew that Quinn was gonna go up there and be like, it's actually not gonna suck. We're gonna have a really fun time.
Yeah, but anyway, there's people that was like, why would you say this?
I don't.
Why would you say that?
No, I self-destruct with like hyping myself up or like compliments.
Dude, next time you're on stage,
weird.
I'm just gonna heckle you with compliments. Like, dude, you have piercing blue eyes, man.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Just
I do.
Watch him crumble.
I do the thing where I like crumble when I get. My wife does like the opposite thing though. It's like no, it's not. She doesn't take compliments well, but like she will, instead of like being like sheepish and be like, oh, like flattered, you know, she like just argues with me about how that compliment's not real.
I like that. About how
I'm like, hey, I'm really like, she's about to graduate college next week. I'm like, hey, I'm really proud of all the hard work you've done. Like, you've sacrificed so much. And she's like, I've done fucking nothing with my life. I'm a loser. And I'm like, I don't know how to fight. Like,
you just agree with them. Like, you're right. That's what I do sometimes with Elliot when she's like, if she's being really hard on herself. Somebody just agree with it, then they can laugh a bit. Because you'd be like, no, you're totally right. You're a fucking loser.
I should
and
do
it
that.
Works. It works.
That's
what everyone.
I just argue with her nonstop, trying to convince her that she doesn't suck, and then I never succeed.
Perfect relationship.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, Brooke,
that's beautiful actually. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, how do you so because you don't do that though. You don't argue with people that you're about the compliments.
I don't know. I don't think so. I usually I just try to say thank you without like being an asshole.
Okay, well, okay, Brooke, that's so funny up there.
Oh my god, thanks. That's so nice of you to say. Like,
and then I get closer to you. I'm like, oh, you know what? I have like a joke workshop. Maybe we can like you ever write 10 jokes a day? Maybe we can like get together and like write something down together. You know, like you should come over to my house. We can write down together jokes.
Whoa.
There you go. So that's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Then that's the part where I have to start changing my body language and like making my shoulders larger and just like just start like spreading out.
Doesn't work with some
what
people.
You know what you actually do though? Well, like when you conversations you don't want to be in, this is how you get out of. Like you just
I need to know. Tell me.
You be weirder than they're willing to go.
Hey, that's good.
Because I've done it a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes intentionally, then at times not intentionally. But like if you weird people out.
Yeah.
Like,
take it or leave it. Be openly racist. And
that's not always gonna work, Drew. That might gonna turn people on.
Not in Utah County, but
no,
in some places.
In some places, it's frowned upon. Actually,
it is frowned upon, which is why.
But like, if there's some creepy dudes, you just start you start talking about, and you won't have any problem with this. You start talking about how hot your dad is.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
always a great one.
You start talking about like, oh yeah, man, I performed my own circumcision on myself. It's crazy. There's nothing down there anymore. You just start like you have to start talking nuts, and all of a sudden they'll be like, you know what? Nice to meet you. I gotta get home to my wife. But
I don't know. You always run the risk though that someone is willing to go weirder than you're willing to go.
That is true,
and that's a scary position.
But then they're already going to talk to you anyways. And then maybe you might find true love. Because then he grabs you and he goes, I circumcised myself too.
Wait, and then what if we both kept the little pieces and then we put them together
and it's a perfect heart. It's a perfect heart. Yeah. And then you hear Fetty Wap in the background where it's like, I want you to be mine again, baby.
I'm just thinking, I'm thinking like the Parent Trap when they pull out the half pictures and like connect them together.
Or do like the Tenacious D movie where they like each had these tattoos they were born with and they like put it together and it says Tenacious D. It's a love story. This is where true love happens.
Oh,
that is wonderful.
I think I need to be open to love. I think that's
you should.
Yeah.
You should be open to love.
Yeah.
And the next person we're bringing on we're setting up a date with you guys. All right, Burke Harold. I'm just kidding. No. No, should we get Oz on this thing? How much time have we done?
We've done 25 minutes.
Well,
We should get Oz,
let's get we got one.
Let's do a few more. We have a few more fun questions.
Yeah.
We talked about space lasers, but what's a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
That I believe in.
Another-
that you
I guess
believe
another
in
one.
wholeheartedly.
Oh, okay. Here's one. Okay, so the reason this isn't even a conspiracy. This is just facts. But like,
I love it.
America's obesity. Reagan is completely to blame because he was in bed with big corn. He was like signing all these things that said like farmers get all this money to grow corn. And then there was an overproduction of corn. And so then they had to put corn in all of our food. And that's why we all only eat processed corn for like all of our food and we're all fat.
You like can't digest. Oh yeah, because they throw corn to pigs to fatten them up.
Yeah.
Like you can't digest it, right? It's like hard to digest.
It
corn.
is, yeah. That's why you get the little corn poops.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that's why I feel like the keto diet wouldn't have existed unless it was for Ronald Reagan. You know? Because
Yeah.
like
Hundo P.
because dude, you look
you're
at,
like, I need to cut out all carbs.
you know, so like you see all those Italians in Italy aren't like fat pieces of shit. All they eat is carbs.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but they're eating carbs without all the
All
shit
day
in
long.
it.
All
You
day
know,
long
but
eating
like
carbs.
over here, I'm like terrified. I'm like, oh no, I had a sandwich. I'm like, this is gonna make me bloated. And it's like
It's literally, and it's so upsetting because I love carbs so much.
it's the best.
It's the best
Carbs
one.
are the
It's
best.
my favorite one. It's my
the-
favorite food group.
My
Pizza's the
favorite
best.
thing. Yeah.
So
Thanks
good.
for the.
There you go.
Thanks for,
Shout out to
thanks for
pizza.
chiming in. Thanks for chiming
Dude, that
in.
was
Drew.
good.
We know you like pizza.
You know what I think is really cool about pizza?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
What do you think, tight pants man?
Dude, it's not. They shrunk in the hotel washing
Oh, totally. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
in Seattle
Yeah.
because the homeless guy threw a milkshake at me.
Yeah. Before I started doing the keto diet, all of my clothes shrunk. That's what I told everyone. Oh, they all shrunk. Yeah. It was
Wait,
crazy.
have you ever had a pair of pants that were supposed to fit like kind of loose and baggy and then eventually they became skinny jeans just because of your body changing?
Yeah.
That's a sad one.
Oh, yeah. I love that's one of the most like Utah mom ways of calling Drew fat right there.
They shrunk in the wash.
No, I just like how you're like serious talking about like have you ever had this happen out there and in the world?
I do.
Isn't that so crazy when that
Yeah.
happens? Isn't that so crazy how you're not alone when that happens?
It is bad. I have a bit of the eye. I know that hurt. There's a bit I've done on stage where you've heard where I'm like, you ever get like red lot? No, I was like,
you ever
yeah, it was like, do you ever Google
to
something?
shit yourself?
No, but I was
Ever
like,
get red lobster?
I was like, do you ever get like, you ever Google something and Google's bullies you for the question? And I was like, one time I Googled, why do I have red lines on my inner thighs? And Google's like, those are stretch marks. And
Yeah.
that was real. That happened like the first time I got fat. And I was like, what is going on?
What?
down here.
Was I
Yeah.
attacked by a demon at
Yeah.
night? Yeah.
No, I remember the first time I had one stretch mark on my stomach and it was like bright red and it was new. And my boyfriend saw it and was like, "Oh, did you get a scratch?" And I was like, "I don't know. I think so." I knew it was a stretch
Like,
mark.
totally.
And I knew more
Yeah.
were coming. Like,
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey,
yeah, he said that mid coitus too, which I feel like is rude. Like that can wait for.
I
later.
like that. He just like he's so uninterested in what's going on. He's like, whoa, what's
The
that?
fuck is that? Yeah.
Like mid pump. He's like, whoa, hold on a second. That's
Well, I guess that speaks to the dynamic of him not doing very much work, so his thoughts could wander.
he wasn't doing any. Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone I know.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll end
We'll
with
go-
this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. If you could wipe one country off the face of the earth with a nuke, which country is it?
Can't say America. It's too easy.
Yeah. Okay. This is just my initial thought, and it's like it's not a good look for me.
Just go for it.
But
Go-
I'm just
go
gonna
for it.
okay, and it's only because I knew a person who went on their mission there, and there was an outbreak of the bubonic plague. So Madagascar.
We haven't had that one before. And I say this every time, but it's always fun when it's not a white country. Always makes it a more fun answer.
And hey, the plague is all about white people, so it's not about that. It's just like the plague doesn't discriminate. It's just about the plague. Do you say plague or like plague?
I say plague.
Plague.
Plague?
Plague.
The plague?
Plague. I think
Plague.
it's plague.
The plague?
Plague.
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 Baling. Like that.
That's one of the craziest clips on the internet.
Yeah.
But then she goes, but they can her mind went like she was like captured by a possessed
Yeah.
in that moment for a second. Have you seen that clip?
No,
Drew?
I haven't.
They asked this girl to do a Jamaican accent, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she goes, and then they're all the girls like, "What?" And then she was like, Jamaica," and they're like, "Oh," but like, there's that brief moment where it's like something captured her soul, and like it was
Like something entered her.
Like it is like her eyes too. It's like, but
Did we ever figure out what happened with like the plane lady who was like, that guy is not real?
oh, she goes on this podcast I listen to.
Really?
Yeah, Part of My Take.
What happened?
She's been on.
Part of My Take.
Yeah, she goes on Part of My Take, and then they sent one of their producers down to Dallas, and they always make a joke about how they're gonna like fuck, but like, and then she will like egg it on, and then he's like, I don't know. And anyways, so yeah, I know her. Yeah,
Wow.
she comes on the podcast.
Does she
What
have that
happened was-
same energy as the plane altercation at all?
No, I
Can you
can't remember
explain what
her. I
happened?
can't remember her. Like, she was like, I was kind of just fucked up or something, whatever. But you know, it's easy to pass that all away because she's pretty and has bigger
Dude,
tits.
the
So it's like,
video-
it's fun.
You can get away with a lot.
If you're pretty and have big tits, you can do anything.
If you're on a plane and someone starts hysterically screaming and saying someone's not real, but also saying this plane is going to crash, because that's what she said.
Mhm.
I'm getting off before it said you guys are all going to die.
Yeah.
Are you going to get off?
Well, to her because she has the big tits, so I'll get off. It's a cum joke. All right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that
Thank
was good.
you. Yeah.
It was a good joke.
I'm a
It was
comic.
good.
I didn't do the thing though. I didn't do the.
I wish you did.
But anyways,
It would
Brooke,
feel better if you
it would have
felt like you needed my validation sometimes.
the only validation I'm
Aw.
looking for is Brooks. So thank you for
I think
being
you guys
on.
are both so funny. I
Oh.
think you guys are
Oh,
great.
thank you.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was hey, that was better. That was good. Good job, you guys.
But
Of accepting the compliment. You guys did a good job
thank
accepting
you.
the compliment.
Thank you
yeah.
for being here. You're so funny.
Thank you for
Brooke.
having
you.
me.
I love you.
I had a
This was very fun.
Wonderful charm.
We'll have to have you on again when we
Yes.
have more questions.
Yeah, but thank you for doing
Yeah,
this. And
thank
if you
you.
wouldn't mind, could you grab Oz or something?
I would
over there?
absolutely love
Oz
to.
or Jonah,
Yeah.
because he said he'd do it too.
Thank you, though.
All right.
Thank
Dopey.
you,
Thank
Brooke.
you. Have a great night.
We'll see ya. We did it.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's kind of fun, too, because now we get to have a little moment
Yeah,
like
we're
this.
just you and me.
Moment of reprieve.
Hey, May 10th, Wise Guys.
It's coming up.
June 14th, Wise
Guys.
2 shows.
Wise guys.
Yeah, Wise Guys.
Come
Whoever-
sit down,
whoever
Oz.
sits down.
We need you. Sit the H
Are we
down.
recording? Are we recording?
We are recording.
We're not
It's
Testing one,
live.
two,
No.
three.
We're not recording.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got with us the infamous, the notorious.
The
And
notorious,
the host
Oz.
of the social.
the notorious OZ.
Oh,
That's right.
shit.
They like to call me Notorious Ounce. All right, there you go.
The notorious OZ is in the building today. We were so excited. You know, oh man, how have you been? How was the mic?
Dude, it was fun. It was crazy night. There was like so many people. Sorry, should I be talking to you or the camera? Which one?
Either
We're
or.
with the pe-
However,
we're
whatever
the- we're
feels
the-
more natural to you.
Yes.
Well, you got to give the fan service, you know? Because if I look
Yeah.
this way, then they're just seeing the bald head. They just see like party
Yeah.
up front, sadness in the back.
Oh,
All right,
no.
But, yeah, the mic was crazy. There was so many people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, audience members, it was hard to get people to pay attention, you know? I think probably could use a little more cleavage. But other than that, it
Oh
was.
shit! I mean,
no,
I
kidding.
thought you were doing a good job right here.
Oh, thank you.
You popped the collar.
Oh, thank you.
You were
Thank
you were giving them that sex appeal. You know, you put on your finest khaki pants.
suburban dad, you know, sex appeal or
Yeah, dude.
gently cuddle
So,
appeal.
Yeah, state
Yeah.
president sex appeal. Yeah.
Oz, we had you on the podcast. I think
Yes.
it was like December.
Yes.
Fun stat. It's had the highest retention rate of any episode. we've
Yeah, a
ever
lot
put
of
out.
people
Thanks,
like
guys. You're
Wasn't-
awesome.
Well, wasn't the most viewed, but the most amount of people who started
Sure.
finished,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
which is what we want.
which is a harder. Like, that's a real.
That's a really
that's
impressive.
a, that's a harder stat.
because like we lose like 90% of the audience in the first 20 minutes.
I see.
Yeah,
I
but it's
see.
not exciting in the first 20.
Right,
But with
right,
you, that was a fun podcast. One
Yeah.
of the
Thank you.
One of
Thank
our
you.
best ones we ever did.
Last I looked, it was like in the 70s, like
Wow.
percent of people that started.
Oh,
fast.
that was me. 70 people watched it. I was like, "Woo, we did it!" All right, no,
Now we're cooking.
That's great. No, that's not, guys. I really appreciate it. It was really fun having you having me on, and that was really great. It was a fun mic.
I want to flip it on you. Do you,
Yeah.
have any questions for us?
Ooh, that's really a good question. I think the question I want to ask for you is, like, have you guys done double dates together? You know, you and Ellie and you and Amanda, and you guys hit it up. And then how's the camaraderie?
We did.
We went to Cold Stone last week.
Went to Cold Stone. That was fun. I couldn't eat anything, so I just watched them eat.
Oh, because you're lactose intolerant?
No, he's
diet,
trying to lose weight.
So
good job, man.
I know.
I don't want to say anything.
And it looks
but
bad because like Amanda and I are like way fatter than him, and we're eating.
I know they're eating,
but he's like just watching us.
Well,
I'm judging them.
She's pregnant. Like being pregnant is like the handicap for large women because they're like, hey, listen, I can get away with this because I can eat anything.
Because like last week I was like, Amanda, you're kind of letting yourself go, and
I said the same.
yeah,
I doubled on.
This is a problem. Like we don't want the baby to be obese.
You're having an intervention for her.
Yeah.
Listen, you eating mustard with like on top of a whole mountain of
Let me
potatoes?
ask: was your baby obese?
No.
Yeah. See,
7 pounds.
Yeah.
7 pounds. 15 ounces.
we don't want that.
So almost 8
and then
pounds.
we went after we saw. We've gone to 2 movies together. So we saw Snow White as a couple.
Whoa.
Yeah,
How'd you like it?
It was great.
It was great, dude. Have you seen it yet?
No. So just so you guys know, Quinn Johnson is almost like a film critic in a way. Like he's a man of many tastes, especially in men, but also he is really good. He like knows so much like sports. You could talk football like with the best of them. And then he's like a film. He knows every single Academy Award. You guys probably already talked about this.
No, he is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He knows every
thank
day.
you.
So
Yeah,
he's like a
Hey,
film connoisseur.
Who won Best Picture 2003?
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
See, look at
There
that.
we go.
There we
Easy one.
There we go.
Yes.
Knocked it out.
Thanks, Oz. Yeah, don't.
So how did
yeah.
it measure up to your tastes? To your
Snow White.
palate?
Well, it's crazy 'cause they added some new songs in it. Well, they always do that.
From Snow White from 1938.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
songs from
good
then
songs.
till now.
No, yeah. I mean, you've never seen it. Anyways,
No.
And they cut out Whistle While You Work.
No, but instead of Whistle While You Work, they added a new song. It's like From the River to the Sea, and yeah, it's very exciting.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it was
great.
fun. And then we saw The Chosen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in theaters right now. It was Chosen Part 3, like the crucifixion.
Wow.
Yeah, so we watched that, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was all in
Wow.
Spanish.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it
Tu es
didn't-
mío Dios, mío
Yeah.
Dios. You know.
Yeah, and like Jesus on the cross, and he's like, "Yo quiero Taco Bell."
Chulupa muchucra.
Yeah, it was crazy, you know.
Guapo diablo. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Also, you know, like in the Bible, when it says like Judas gave Jesus like a kiss to like show the guards.
Beatrice.
In this, he like made out with Jesus.
Yeah,
In this,
it was crazy. Like to a point, it was like everything
Jesus
he thought.
had to push him off.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not like that. And then like it was, that part was weird.
This is a
But
gift of tongues, I guess. You
it's
know?
true. It's true. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. How did you guys? Well, first off, how did you guys enjoy the mic tonight? You guys enjoy
It
it?
was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
You know, we were partying. It was crazy. Every time like 10 people would get walked, like someone would say a joke they didn't like, they would leave, then just 10 more people would show up and sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it was a
know.
perfect setup for us tonight, you know,
Good.
because then you never had
It
to
was
worry
so
about anyone
packed.
ruining the mic, because then
Yeah. It was so packed. People had to come to the mic.
they had to come and sit. Yeah.
They couldn't sit away from
They
it
were forced to
tonight.
sit
They were
Yeah.
forced to watch Mad Dog.
Yes. Oh yeah. He actually
Which
didn't have a
is-
bad. He didn't have a bad set tonight. He had some good jokes and stuff. So, but yeah, we always have to be careful with people like walking the room saying too dark jokes. Sometimes they can walk the room. People get offended and stuff. So,
It's true.
and they can talk about people's ankles here in Provo, and they're like, "Oh, I never," and then they walk. So, I always got to be careful. I'm just trying to fill the people who never do stand up or never been to an open mic before, and I don't know if we have that audience. So,
No, it's great. You know what?
just breaking the fourth wall.
No, you should. You should. And actually,
We don't ever break the fourth wall. With our listeners are probably half the time like, what?
No, they don't know what's
talking
happening.
about? Yeah.
No, I think they look at you and they're like, I know he played football and he's probably autistic at the same time. So
no,
Dude,
that's
fucking annihilated.
I got you right there, dude. Watch
got
out.
annihilated.
Oz is,
That
the
was-
fangs are out. Oz is
No.
coming for you. I knew the popped collar would meant
Dude,
danger.
You should do roast battle.
I would love you on roast battle.
I did your roast.
But roast battle where it's two against each other.
Oh no, I totally.
You should book roast battle here at the social.
Yeah,
that instead of open mic one night, if you did roast battle here, I think it would kill.
No,
I'm dead.
but in a clean roast battle, a clean roast battle.
Yeah.
Oh,
and get Mad Dog, David Hone, and they have to write clean, otherwise you'd
lose the crowd. Obviously,
but we need roast battle at the social.
We do need roast battle here.
Some people said I should do another roast, but instead of me trying to roast people, I just try to compliment them. And then I end up just actually insulting them.
That is actually a great idea for you because you do give some of those backhanded compliments.
It's Provo. We should have a compliment battle.
Yeah, because we were just talking about compliments. We were hard at taking them, and Drew's.
Oh, are you?
Drew's really hard at taking compliments.
You are?
If you want to heckle Drew, compliment him.
Oh no, I whenever I do compliment him, his eyes dart shy, like his eyes dart like side to side, like he's in a hostage situation. Like he's like, can I get out of this bank anytime soon? So yeah, that's kind of.
What did you like about Drew's set tonight?
Oh yeah. I love how he really addressed the table that was laughing at his jokes. So that was really good. That because it was.
I'm telling you, if we just have you go up there and just start trying to compliment people,
you would win roast battle.
Because there's so much like sarcasm and like it's so much like there's this anger to it, there's meanness to it that it's so passive aggressive. I love it. Like to feel like I'm back in church.
It's like a superpower I didn't know I had. But no, like you're set. You're like here's the thing. I didn't watch the whole set all the way through, but I really did like that you were because it was super loud. Like it was so loud, but he like zoned in. He tuned in on the people who were paying attention, and so. You were zeroed in, and he was able to squeeze a couple laughs out of them. That was, more laughs. He squeezed a lot of laughs out of them. Plenty of laughs. So, lots of laughs. This guy's hilarious. Okay.
I think we may have cracked the code. I think we cracked. I think we found it.
We give compliments. You just like. A heavier person, go to Nick Lucero. I love how confident you carry yourself.
It's crazy how confident you are with like the hats you wear. Yeah. No, if Oz went to a roast battle and just wrote compliments, he would win the whole thing. I'm telling you, because it's like it's so natural for you. It's beautiful.
I did actually try to compliment Drew's wife years ago. I really did. This is a true story. I just said, Amanda, I love how you wear pajama bottoms wherever you go. I love how you just don't seem to care. She was really cool about it, so we're still friends.
She cried that night, but it's okay.
It's like the compliments you're giving. It's like I feel like I'm watching like The Devil Wears Prada.
Here's the formula. Yeah, and I feel like I don't want to give it away because if Oz figures out the formula, he might not be as good at it.
No, you don't give away the. Okay, sorry.
Well, here's what he's so good at zeroing in on what someone's insecurity is.
Yeah,
and trying to compliment them to make them feel better about it.
It's amazing. Yeah. Well, and what I like, it does feel like some of those compliments you give, those backhanded ones, it does feel like you're like a older gay man like shitting on people's outfits or something. Like anyways, I'm very excited. We do need to set up like a roast.
We do.
Man. Yeah. That was fun. That was a fun night when we did your roast battle years ago. That was great. We had a solid lineup.
Well, yeah. What if instead of a roast battle, it was like a compliment?
That'd be fun.
Compliment off.
Yeah, a complimentary battle.
Yeah,
complimentary. Everything's free except for the drinks. Yeah, that would be great. That would be. I never thought about that, but that'd be kind of fun to try to give each other compliments. See like how you can make the person squirm. See how you could do that. That'd be awesome. I'd record it and I would take everything to heart. I'd be like, they said I was really good looking. So I would really, and then I would cry in the mirror and I'd be like, I'd take it really hard. All I'm saying, I
like this. Sometimes I just want to let you go and just keep talking. Because then you start looking at the camera. I don't know. It's like I
love it.
It's great. We're getting such a peek into your world.
Riz.
Yeah, you are the Riz god.
That's really kind of you to say, because you're the Riz guy. You love you get along with everyone. You could march in a pride flag, like a pride parade, in one day, and then you could flip over and march in a Klan rally the next. Like you could just get along with anyone.
Dude, duality.
Duality. You walk in both worlds. This is, and I've talked to Oz a lot. This, as much as I've talked to you, this is how I think you understand bisexuality. Is that it's the most, whatever is the most polar opposite things are what you like. I think you think that's what it means, but
I think it's funny because you know how like in vampires who can walk during the day, they call them day walkers. Like because he can talk to sports, you can talk sports, everything like that. He's a gay walker, you know. So yeah, so yeah, he's great.
we have to set up this show.
This man has range. Is all I'm saying. That's all. Love this guy. Love this guy.
Gay walker. This has to be a show. This has to be something.
It's so funny. He's like, I bet Oz, his favorite food is ice cream and hot soup. It's like,
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, hot soup
Didn't work because it wasn't a compliment.
I know.
No. I love the hot soup. Maybe if it's tomato based, but ice cream, you're on the track. I used to eat it so fast as a kid. My mom would give me an ice cream cone, and she'd turn her head. She'd look back, and it's already gone. She's like, "Where did that go? Did you drop it somewhere?" I already ate it. I'm a fast eater, guys. I'm a very fast eater. We had a big family, so whoever ate first got to the TV, and I was a marathon runner. We'd all finish, and I had one brother who would be like 2 hours later still dressing his stuff later on, and we'd already finished 2 movies by then. Anyways, sorry, back to you guys.
I like it.
So yeah, this Sunday, big day.
Yeah,
Big day.
Yeah.
what's this Sunday?
Sunday.
You're finding out you already know this gender of your baby.
It's big holiday.
The holiday.
Easter. Oh yeah, about the eggs.
No, 420.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about 420?
Ooh, that's I love that you don't have to think about things, you know. That's pretty good, right? When you get high enough, you're like, I could just let your brain ride it out like a ride. No, I don't know. I have some Oxy, but I don't think I'm going to use it on 420. That's for emergency purposes only, licensed by medical professional. All right, thank you. All right, yeah.
Okay.
No, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
fully authorized by the state. I didn't hack it or steal it. Yeah.
Well, you ever done anything a little weird on Oxy?
Okay, so I went to go get my chest fixed a couple years ago, and we had this chubby nurse that would come in. She had a cute face, and so she would come in and she would call me her best friend, you know, and she would give me facial massages and stuff. It was really sweet. And I was really high on Oxy at the time, and apparently I didn't. I don't remember this. My wife says I did this. I pointed to this woman, to my wife, and I said, she's actually kind of cute, but she's really chubby though. That's the only thing, but she's got a really cute face, right? And she just turned to me and said, my wife, and she goes, I totally get it. He's high. It's totally fine. For some reason, my wife didn't kill me. So I woke up with all of my parts, especially down here. So I was glad for that. But yeah,
I will say, after the conversation we've had so far,
yeah,
what you just described sounds like you're not high at all. It sounds like something you would say normally.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That's why
you're giving someone a compliment.
That too.
That was what you were trying to do.
But saying is a girl is cute in front of my Brazilian Latina wife. But yeah, you don't want that. So that's the.
You ever been called?
Not what I'm just saying, because Latina women are very, very jealous. They can be very feisty, very rápido.
What's the most like
habanero?
What's the angriest thing your wife has done?
Well, not at me, but
at you.
Yeah. Oh, at me?
Yeah, at you.
Oh, I don't know. She was pretty mad when I accidentally killed our dog. That was not to bum everyone out, but it was an accident. We let him out without the leash.
He told Amanda and I this story last week.
Yeah, and he went out.
It's a good story. You should retell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Quinn hasn't heard this.
I haven't heard it.
Okay, so my dog would not just take a dump in our backyard. He just would not go. And you've heard this story. I told you the story. You heard it on stage. You were laughing on stage. You laughed because he wouldn't. My joke on stage was he just would not pick a spot to take a dump, and him trying to find a spot to pick a dump was like the equivalent of a girl trying to find a dress at Sears, and he just would not picked the dress. So, anyways, so finally my daughter was going to go escort some friends home. And I said, take the dog with you. He can go on the way. I didn't have her go with the leash because my wife's like, wait, you're going to go without, he's going to go without the leash? I don't think that's smart. And I said, no, he'll be fine. It's 10 o'clock at night. No dogs will be out. She's like, yeah, what if he gets bit by another dog? He won't get bit by another dog. And it's like, yeah, it'll be fine. I was right. He did not get hit by another dog or bit by another dog. He did get, however, hit by a car and he died. So she was pretty mad at that. She was like, it's your fault. But then she was really chill and calm about it and didn't kill me for some reason. She forgives quickly, which is good. So I'm still married. Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
Can you give your dog a compliment?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, your dog's listening from hell right now. So what's something you want to tell your dog?
Yeah.
He's listening from hell. I don't know. You were very insecure, so you always had to follow us everywhere. That was good, so you didn't run away. So I'm glad that you had the insecurity.
But didn't he run away though? Kind of.
He was following my daughter, and she didn't have glasses, so she didn't see the car. But
He ran in front of the car.
He ran and he got hit by a car. He was following her. Right?
Oh, was she jumping in front of cars?
No, she was just riding her scooter, and as you ran the this across the street, she's like, and the dog was stuck smelling some grass. She's like, Max, come on! And then he looked up and he saw her and he ran over and he got hit by a car.
Well, I'll be the first one to say it. That's a hilarious story. And before you go, can you turn to the camera really quick? And we just don't have any promo yet for our new show coming up in May. For
When's your new show?
May 10th.
May 10th. Wise Guys catch Drew, Simon, and Quinn Johnson. Guys, this is a show you don't want to miss. They're going to have a solid lineup and it's going to be terrific. So feel free to come on out and it's going to be killer. Also, I got a show. I don't know when this is going to air. I got a show next Saturday. So, Is that good? Was that great?
That's perfect.
Yeah. They ask a lot of Oscar, right?
No, it was so packed in there. So, like,
no,
it's kind of fun right here. It's intimate. Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, they had 3 solid comics last time. Maybe they might pick me. That's up to you, voters. Just message in on whatever medium this is and say, I want Oz on that show. That'll be great. But if not, I totally get it. So, but if you want to see more of this sitting puddle of love, please reach out to these guys.
We might have to have, maybe we'll have to do a little segment or something where we just have you come on and just give people compliments.
Yeah, we might have room on. We've booked up our May 10th show.
Never mind then.
We might we got 2 shows at Wise Guys coming up.
Nice.
May 10th and June 14th.
Great.
So maybe
we'll figure something out. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We might have something for you. We'll see.
Awesome.
Because now that we know this new found, like, I feel like like in Moneyball when there's like the scout finds Billy Bean as a kid and he's like, when I know, and so I just feel like I found this like talent, so I'm very excited. So
the thing is, I've done comedy a lot of times, but the reason why is like my friends all thought I was hilarious growing up, but it was more like they were laughing at me than with me, and I didn't care because I was like, hey, as long as they're laughing, right? But they even made like a movie. I don't know if I told you guys this. They made a movie. Yeah, they made a movie. I don't have footage of it. It's called Oz Finds a Date. And it was basically, they just recorded me as I try to get a date the week of girls camp. So no one was available. And,
wait, who might have this footage?
Oz. We need this.
Wait, did you act in it?
Yes. No. It was real. It was really me. It was really me.
We need this.
I know. I think my wife, with her Latina jealousy, I think she threw it away.
Well, no,
but,
there has to be some other copy.
I know.
Your friends.
I know. I've been trying.
Give me their names.
But yeah, that's the sitting puddle of actually said real life there on that thing. So
I feel like
it was me trying to find a date. I would call girls and I would be like, I try to they recorded me asking me my high school crush out. Like he was like recording me like from his van all the way across the way, and I went to go try to ask her.
Oh, she wasn't like acting.
No, this is real stuff. I really tried to ask these girls out. Yeah, but it was Wicked Girls Camp, and so So I ended up just going to a party and. Then I went to a church dance, and then you saw me at this church dance, and I had one piece of paper, and I would get 4 different girls' numbers all on the same piece of paper. Yeah, not the smartest move ever, but they still gave me the numbers. Yeah, so crazy.
I feel like Nicolas Cage when he got the Declaration of Independence, and they found the secret message on the back, like
the Nicolas,
This is we need this, Oz. We need to watch this.
I know. I would love to find it for you guys. It's me as a teenager and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's the whole thing. Is just that you.
Well,
yeah. Anyways,
thank you, Oz, for being
you.
here. I think we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
thanks so much for having me, guys. This is so
I
great.
did tell Jonah we were gonna have him on.
Is he still
If
here?
Yeah,
I think he's still here. I can go. I can go find out.
We'll
Yeah.
have him on for like
The
10
Oz,
minutes.
Yes.
thank you so much. For
Yeah,
doing
you guys.
this.
This has been a delight. So thanks. Give it back to your host, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, we need that movie.
That's
How does this exist?
this is crazy. Okay, with Jonah, we're just gonna quick little rapid fire. We're almost at an hour, right?
Rapid fire.
Here you are, Jonah.
I'll pull up some of the questions
Have
we
some-
did at the
yeah.
Wise Guys.
Oh, but
No. Okay.
we only got a few minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around. Sorry, Oz was telling us some very exciting things.
Yeah.
We found out about his friends made a documentary about him in high school where it was called Oz Tries to Get a Date.
And it was about Oz like hitting on chicks in high school.
That's incredible. Is this still
We're trying to
viewable?
find-
We're trying to find it.
We're
We
like,
got
Oz,
it. Like he said that his wife may have destroyed it because she was jealous.
So he did well.
I don't
think
I
so.
don't- no, he didn't say he did. No. So I don't we
We
need
need
to find this though. Anyway, sorry, we got a little distracted.
Yeah.
I mean also he kept just turning to the camera and just talking for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he to
would-
the camera and start
He
talking.
would
To
just turn to the camera and just start talking.
Which he's going to
that's
listen
great.
to the podcast. He's going to listen to us talking about this. And next time he's going to be self-conscious and not look at the camera.
No, we loved it, Oz.
I
love
do
it.
love
I love
that
it.
Oz
Yeah.
plays for the audience.
No. he's
Also,
play-
when
'cause
I'm
it's-
editing the podcast, it makes it so much more clippable when
Yeah.
Oz is just
it
right
literally
there.
it literally is more clippable. But yeah, welcome, Jonah. We're
Thank you,
excited
guys.
to have you. You
Excited
know,
to be here.
you've been doing comedy for
Like a couple months now.
a couple months now.
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
I think at some point I'll like it.
yeah,
You know?
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point,
Yeah.
there is a point when you're like, oh, this was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I can enjoy this.
Yeah. I got to get more comfortable then, I think.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
it. A lot of it is just getting comfortable. And then also when you walk into a mic and you know everyone and you're friends with people,
Yeah.
makes it
Yeah,
more
that's the
fun.
other thing.
And then it gets really fun when you watch your friends bomb. It's hilarious.
That does seem fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is going up to someone when they bomb and I shake their hand and say that was really good. Like I do that
Mhm.
every time.
Yeah. Or I just I'll tell people at a show like I'll light you like 2 minutes in. Like I'll just like or if someone's bombing and you lock eyes with them, I just like doing like I just start like
I
nodding my
I
head.
heard someone say that when Norm would do well, he would like go back in the green room after the show. But
Yep.
if he bombed, he would stand at the exit
Yep.
and like say bye to everybody.
I love it. It's
When
an-
he bombed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he
to
would
make
stand at the door and
everyone
just shake everyone's
uncomfortable.
hands.
Yeah.
He's it's amazing. Yeah. He's
It's
the
like a bit that only he is in on.
Yeah.
At the moment.
yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, Jonah, so congrats. Welcome in.
Congrats for being here.
Yeah,
That I
congrats for
made it.
being here, man. It was a big moment for you. You don't realize how
It is.
prestigious this podcast
It
is.
is. This is probably my biggest
this is
moment so far.
This is the #1 comedy podcast in the state of Utah. So
Live
podcast.
comedy podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
We
All
did-
comedy podcast.
I just don't know what other comedy podcasts there are. I think Andy Gold has one. I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we go to war?
Yeah, dude. Let's
Should we go to war with Andy Gold?
Land.
Yeah.
Think about all the views you'll get.
Yeah, dude.
So many views.
Podcast wars.
Yeah, podcast
The
wars.
Utah podcast wars.
Because they're going to try to bump up their numbers. Like, we talk about junkies. And I'm like, we have Jimmy Glasscock.
Yeah.
That name, the search engine optimization
I
for
know.
that.
When we had Jimmy on, the numbers just woo.
People want to know about the cock. But now we don't want to know about you, Jonah. Where are you from? I don't even know.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. You're
Go
a
Buckeyes.
Buckeye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? Oh my God! I just saw this article today. Ryan Day's wife said, "I've been married to Ryan Day for however many years. He does not dye his beard.
So he dyes his beard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's also the blackest beard.
I know it's jet black, and he's like, I don't know, like 48 or whatever, jet
Yeah.
black beard and hair. And for your wife, but guys, there's no, he doesn't. Stop saying
Yeah.
this.
That's so funny.
Also, it'd be better if you just say, yeah, I did. Yeah, I dyed my beard.
Also-
But guess what? I won national title.
why would his wife do that?
No, it's
Because that looks
maybe she
terrible.
hates him. Maybe she hates
She wanted
him.
to stop it before it spread too much. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
But it's so because everyone talks about it. The first time I saw it, but it's what I love about dyed beards is they're instantly recognizable. It's never like done
Yeah.
well. It's just always
People are
jet
like that
black.
with teeth too. They go way too
Yeah.
white. You
Oh,
know?
my teeth have always been this stunningly
Yeah.
bright. Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
I don't know when that happens. You're like, why? That's not going to help making that. It's like almost like when Jay Thaniano makes like fake Instagram accounts and he comments on his own posts.
I like
You're like this isn't helping.
this?
This is wait. You don't know Jay Thaniano?
I don't think so. No.
We can tell you more about him after the podcast. But all you need to know is he's Italian.
Okay.
And he's a fun guy. He always has his merch on, and
Okay.
and anyways, he's from San Diego, and so I'm sure he's a lot of things. Anyways, we'll talk later about
we'll
Jay.
talk about.
But that's very fun though. So shout out to Columbus, Ohio. Have you
Thank
talked to
you.
Tanner Ralph? He's from Ohio.
I have not.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
There we go.
Cincy. But yeah, it's cool. So what brought you out to these parts?
I was like real anxious growing up. Like, so from probably like 14 to 24, I, for the most part, talked to like as few people as possible, you know? And
Mhm.
then I got high and it fixed my brain and then I moved.
That is what a fucking
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
what a
I was just trying to fall
all right.
asleep.
Well, from
and it-
high
and it
high
just,
on
like,
what?
well,
Just weed.
Okay,
Just-
you have to ask when it's
you-
Ohio because you
yeah.
don't know fentanyl or.
you smoked a bowl at the this timeline of your life. Yeah, I didn't talk to any. I was an incel for 10 years. That I smoked.
I wasn't mad at women or anything.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just-
Of course not. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
of course
okay.
not. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
No, they're awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even want
women
to.
are-
Yeah. I didn't even want to do that.
Beautiful queens.
Then I smoked one bowl and I was like, you know what? Let's move to the state of Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What,
For the girls.
Why Utah?
For the girls.
For the
dude.
girls?
No.
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 You know,
I mean, I would say women here have to be more attractive than in Ohio.
In Ohio?
No.
Well,
Yes.
Well, I guess if you like black women, then Utah's not a good place.
I like black women.
Okay,
But,
see, I
like-
found it.
But like there's more, we got more fats there.
But yeah.
So like, but our top I think is better than your top, you know?
Some good top talent here, you know.
Yeah, I might be hanging around like
Is there a Real Housewives of Canton,
there's
Ohio?
Not, there's not.
No.
But I'm also not from Canton, but there's not one in
I'm
Columbus
just naming
either.
a place in fucking
Why wouldn't you
Ohio,
say the
dude.
place that I'm from?
I didn't want to. I just Canton popped up in my head. It's an exciting place. Real Housewives of
Talking
Salt
about
Lake.
me here, Quinn.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Okay. I was just the story. Your first story was so exciting. But yeah. So I don't know. This hot people. Hey. Well, I'll have to take a look at these Ohio hot people, but
All right.
all we know is that they're hotter than people in the UK, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. We
You
are
know?
very proud of that.
Yeah. Do you like the Cincinnati chili thing? The whatever they eat there? It's
I don't
like
know what that is.
like the spaghetti, but they put chili on it.
I didn't go outside a lot. You know?
Dude, you remind me so much of my best friend growing up. His name is Tag. His name Tag,
All right.
and he's the same kind of guy
not
like
sure how
you.
to feel so far.
Same kind of guy
Ryan
where I
Tag.
would call him. He's like, we're best friends. And I would call him in high school. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. And I was like, you can call me. He was like, oh yeah.
I would have been
like, and he didn't talk. I didn't talk to anyone. And I'd be like, he's a really fun guy.
What made you want to go talk to him?
In the third grade we met. I had a mechanical pencil and the lead fell out, and he was like, oh, you can put it back in.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we became best friends.
I remember.
So that's why I've been friends with him forever. But
I remember in elementary school one time I had a mechanical pencil and it ran out of lead, and I just got to throw it out.
I also
And then-
didn't know you could put it back in. So if I push it out too long, I would try to break it off at the right place.
I guess
Well-
I just learned it at the right moment in my life.
Here's
you
the
know?
fun thing: all my classmates were trying to convince me not to. Because no, you can get lead and add it to the pencil. And I was like, not this
Dude,
brand.
I love it. You're standing there.
I said
Yo,
not this brand.
You're standing there holding the pencil. Like, I know you guys are trying to fuck with me right now.
You threw it away
Why
like
you
a
all-
rapper. Like, you'll just get a
You're always doing shit to me. Like,
You can fix it, and like you don't have to throw it. I was like, not this brand. This brand. Once you run out, it's done.
you know what these ones are. Yeah.
disposable.
Yeah. That's awesome. But all right, Joseph. So why
You call him Joseph?
I said Jonah.
Oh, I think I said Joseph.
No, you get the fat out of your ears. We have a fun time here. Why did you move here? I'm just don't know yet.
Because one of my friends from high school was living here and he had an open room in his house. And so I just left. I'd
I
never
mean, that's better
been
than
here.
staying in
Yeah.
Ohio.
There's so many parts like so far of what you've described of your life that like I'm just seeing like big picture, like Hollywood film. I could see all the beats right
That'd be the
now.
most boring film ever.
That would be amazing, dude. Michael
Just
Bay
me
directs
switching
it. And
couches.
just like sitting around. It's like it just shows you sitting in your house. That it's like 10 years later and you're still sitting there.
Yeah, with
And
a
then
beard now.
you just like light a bowl and you're like, wait a sec.
The next scene, he's like skiing in Utah.
Yeah, your
During
friend's like,
stand-up.
hey, and then it just shows your hey, I have an empty room. You're like, I'll go there. It's awesome.
That is pretty.
It doesn't have
awesome.
to be. You know, that's
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
it's
interesting.
beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
beautiful. You're
beautiful.
here now. Because guess what? It doesn't matter how you got here, but you got here. By here, I mean the social.
Yeah.
social.
You got to experience it. He texted me before I came down here. He's like, "Do they sell alcohol there?" I was like, "No,
No.
Kids were buying shots.
they're not.
I mean,
they're not
they're
shots.
mocktails.
They're mocktails."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why do they offer
I
that?
know.
It's insane.
I love.
He hasn't been to Provo before.
Provo.
He
It's
hasn't been to
insane to offer non-alcoholic beer when nobody was a drunk.
No, they want to
before here.
pretend like they're doing it. You know, it's like you don't get it. It's like this is what it is down here.
But do they want to be like that?
They want.
And they're not allowed to.
No,
thought
No,
they
that
just
is
didn't,
exactly
like-
what it is.
It is.
They
Yo,
want to pretend
Yeah,
that they are.
because you see it in the films. You see the
Do
commercials
they start
for
slurring? Did you notice if kids would like start slurring when they drink the
it.
non-alcoholic?
No, they
stuff?
just no. They just, no.
I do like that. There's a alternate world where they have the mocktails and then they all
Whoa.
decide to pretend to
Yeah.
be drunk.
Yeah, I'm like, come here, toots. No, it's it's.
Would you guys like talk? Are you from here too?
I'm from Spokane, Washington.
But he grew up Mormon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what'd you guys like talk about?
What do you
on
mean?
stage?
Like in high school? No, like
Oh, in
like,
high
what would you,
school?
like-
Oh, I mean, because I grew up here, and I don't know, just high
He's
school
from
stuff.
Provo.
But like,
No, but I don't think it is just high school stuff.
no,
Like,
well, obviously church stuff too. But like, I was also just like the internet was out, and like we would be on. Like, it was like it wasn't like.
Like the internet was out.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, sorry, social. It was out. I'm going to say social media because like when I was in high school, Snapchat
Al Gore
came
invented
out.
the internet, and it was
He came to
big
our high
deal.
school. He showed it to us. But I don't know. What did you talk about?
I don't know. I just
Come
feel
on,
like
come on, fucking normal guy. What did you fucking talk? You didn't talk.
Like,
to,
were you guys
you didn't
talking-
talk to anyone in high school.
yeah, but I know what they were talking about.
Oh yeah, what were they talking about?
Girls.
They
Did
talk
you guys?
about fucking girls here.
You
You
did?
think that they don't have any
Like how
sexual
nice they
emotion
are
here?
and
The
stuff?
difference here is you talk about the girls and then you pretend like you don't masturbate. That's what you do here.
Oh, you guys would all say you didn't do that.
No one ever talked about sexual things. Like really would
That's
get
so
into it.
crazy. That's the opposite of like
We're from
Washington.
Yeah, you're Spokane.
Spokane.
I'm going to. I grew up in the heart of the beast. This is like where Mormon. this
Okay,
is the
you
most
want to hear a
Mormon
crazy
place.
story?
Yeah.
Being Mormon in a place where there's no Mormons, I remember all these guys in like a science class was talking about jerking off. And at this point in my life, I had never jerked off. Ever. And I lied and said, oh yeah, I jerk off all the time to fit in.
Yeah.
Like to fit in.
Dude, this is so.
I
many-
lied about jerking off. I was like, oh yeah, I do it like 3 times a day.
No, like really? You drink off 3 times a day? Like, yeah, with this brand, you totally can. I wish I could have seen you. I wish I would have made a documentary about you in high school called Drew Asks Someone Out on a Date. Like
I remember I like because I hadn't, so I like really didn't know what it was all, and I was like I just don't, because like sometimes it like burns or whatever. Sorry, I can't all the time. I'm just like making some, they're like, what, it burns?
That was,
Like,
that was a big risk you took there to add information.
I like that. No, because then because you were everyone's so
No,
young,
dude,
they're
I'm
like,
getting-
wait, am I doing it wrong?
I'm getting vulnerable here. I'm talking about the mechanical pencil incident and the line about masturbating.
I like it. Dude.
But yeah, it's the opposite of
you've
Utah.
never-
Here, everyone
Yeah.
like lies about not, and I was like, yeah, totally. I do it all the time.
Oh yeah, it was like you never talk about sexual shit. Like really out here, people are like, oh, they're cute and all that, but like it was never like those tits, man. I want to bust a head up.
I heard a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some locker room talk.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Grab him
No,
by the pussy.
there wasn't a lot of that talk. I had a swim team, not a lot of talk there. It would be like because we could have locker talk, but we shared the rec center bathroom with like all these old people because it was like 4 a.m. and it would be like an old man with his nutsack touching his ankles. Like it
hacky sack.
wasn't really the right time to be like, man. But okay, we're gonna do one final question. We need to take off. 'Cause I think they're
Yep.
closing up here. So, Jonah, if there's one country you could nuke and wipe off the face of the earth, what would it be? Can't say America.
Why would I say America?
Some people want
Some
to.
people suck.
Some people want to, and I think it's also
live here?
well. Also, it's a cop out because you like then you feel bad about wanting to nuke another place. It's like it's imagine it's like you kill yourself instead of killing someone else. Whatever. Don't worry about that. Who would you nuke? What would you?
I like North Korea. That's probably like an easy answer.
Boring.
But like I don't really
You
know.
have
I'm
more
not a
fun
real
answer?
cultured
More
person.
I know that. We know that, but you can say Ohio,
Nah.
I
Iowa,
respect that.
Iowa,
My dog's there.
Iowa.
Yeah, I would nuke Iowa. I don't know anybody from there.
Should we accept that?
I don't know if we should. Let's
Iowa's
get one more country.
okay.
I feel like
Iowa.
All right, one more country.
what did you guys
North
say?
Korea. What?
Don't ask us. We're not
Yeah.
helping you right now. You got it.
I'm not going to say the one you said.
No, it doesn't matter. We will because if it comes,
Well, I will
if it comes
say,
naturally.
we did have him
Yeah.
on. He said India.
I did say India
Years ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
They
Like
do have
first episode of
problems
the
there.
podcast.
They do have
We
problems there.
Googled, I don't know if you remember this, but we
Rape
Googled,
statistics?
We were,
Yeah.
we were like,
Oh, they're
which
probably
country has the
killing it.
highest rate of rape? And actually, it was the highest percentage of pedophiles.
It's big problems.
Wow. So
Yeah,
did they
okay,
sweep the board? Do they have the
They
highest rate
win,
of all
yeah,
the
they
sex
win
crimes?
everything.
Wow.
Anyways,
That was a good call
for
then.
you.
I think probably China. They're coming for us. They're on our tails,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I like
and
that.
so
There
I
we
think
go.
we probably could use a little distance from
This
the
is
next
good.
That
best
you know
country.
we'd call that the ultimate tariff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how the tariff
Yeah.
war should end with a nuke.
Yeah, we're all praying for that, right? I'm every night I go to bed, I'm hoping for nuclear war. Thank you so much, John, for being
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
Great.
Thanks, man. We're excited to see you around.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
excited
too.
to see you around the comedy scene. It's fun.
And, yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
bye.
Goodbye.